Okay, so the eggshells are all dried up. Just got them out of the oven. You'll know they're dry because when you take them out, they all start crackling and popping a lot. So, I broke a few up just to make sure that they were dry inside. Kind of smash them as you get them in your bowl. Alright, so just kind of get them in the bowl a little bit. Alright, and then what we use, this is the lid to my thermos. You just gotta get them small enough that you can work with them. Kind of go for the bigger pieces. Now, if you get them about this size, just, you know, like gravel size, you can add them to the top of your garden, and they'll slowly break down, and as you add compost and stuff, they'll end up in your soil. But immediately when they're on top of the soil, they help to deter soft-bodied pests like slugs and snails. They're just sharp and they cut their soft body structures. Alright, that's good enough. And then what we do for this is just get an old glass jar and use our coffee grinder. So I'm going to run an extension cord out here and we'll be right back with you. Sorry about that. Should have had an extension cord out here before I started. It's really busy around here. Okay, so just add the broke down eggshells to your coffee grinder. Hear how it pulsates like that? Trick I do is I just tilt it back and forth like this. See? The reason why it does that is just because the pieces that have already been pulverized are lighter, so because everything's spinning, it just floats to the top. So you have two different sized particles in there, and it makes it kind of pulse unevenly. You see the powder? See how fluffy that gets? Alright, we're going to add some more. Now, we used 5 dozen eggs on this. I would try and get at least a dozen eggs before you do this. Obviously we're not using organic eggs. This is what we have right now. They're pretty expensive, but I would suggest if you can to use organic eggshells for the best results. Want to mix everything up. You want everything to be the same size. Alright, now look at all that calcium. And we're only about halfway done. Put it this way. And that's how you want it to turn out. Now we're outside. You might want to use a dust mask for this while you're doing this. Definitely keep it out of the way of your face, and you want it to be about like this. If you want, pick out a couple of the egg yolk pieces, but I really don't think you'll have a problem. See, it's like a flower. Now, like we said, this is for calcium. It also can help your pH in acidic soils a little more rapidly because it's such a fine particle. Also, because it's so fine, you can put this in your garden hose applicator, watering can, just sprinkle on top of your soil, water it in. There's really a lot of things you can do with this actual eggshell meal. And it stores forever. You'll use it long before it's ever gonna lose a shelf life. Remember, you sterilized it by putting it in the oven, and it's totally dry. It sucks up moisture pretty good, so it's really dry. So there's just a lot of different things it's good for. One that I noticed, first time we did this last month, this coffee grinder was really dirty, and if you look, it's spotless. So just another benefit to thinking creatively about what you throw away, which is the huge message that we try and push at Then and Now Gardening, is everything you throw away, look at creatively. Is this good? Is this bad? Should I keep it? Is it useful? There's always a way to repurpose something, and the best way to conserve is to reuse. So whatever you're purchasing, if it's just something you're going to throw away, always try and think of a way to repurpose it. So example number one in this instance while I'm speaking would be the eggshell. The eggshell is a good fertilizer, and even if you don't have a garden, just save an eggshell from your breakfast and you can clean out your coffee grinder. So just start thinking, looking at things differently. That's what we're trying to tell everybody. So I'm Chad from Then and Now Gardening, and this is our gardening channel on YouTube. Thank you very much. So we'll finish the rest of this. Don't waste any. Get in your face. I made sure to sit in the wind so it blows away from me. It's not that this is poisonous, it's just never good to breathe fine particles of anything. See that? You don't want to breathe that. It's no better than soot or ash or anything else that's really small. So I'll try and get it to where you can see it. You can see in the sunlight here. I got about half of this jar. See this for size comparison. I'm not sure of the dimensions or the containing capacity, but that is a lot of fertilizer for just 5 dozen of eggs. So you can think, you know, that would be about where you'd be with a dozen, but that could do a lot of garden space or lawn space or anything that has a problem with pH or could use some calcium. This is a really good example of what you can get from doing something at home.